Las Vegas, here's our host, Allison Hannigan!
Welcome to Fool Us. There's a debate about what makes a great magician. Amazing dexterity, an inventive mind, powerful stage presence, and apparently greed. Because we have 4 great magicians on tonight's show who've already fooled Penn and Teller twice, and they're back for a 3rd trophy. It's gonna be fun for us, but it might be a bumpy ride for the stars of our show, Penn and Teller! You know the drill. Any magician who fools Penn and Teller wins the coveted Fool Us trophy, plus a spot in Penn and Teller's Las Vegas Spectacular. Let's see if our first magician will turn into our first winner.
Hi, my name is Sean Farquhar, and I'm the first person ever to fool Penn and Teller twice.
My pages are blank. The entire book is blank.
After my first appearance, I got to appear all over the world. I was doing 285 days a year on cruise ships and theaters and hotels, but I began to lose touch with my wife and my daughter and my mom. I decided to build my own theater, a little place called Hidden Wonders. My family is adoring it. My daughter, she helps me at the theater. My wife is the person who takes the tickets at the door. It's an amazing experience. And my job is to share wonder and joy with people. And yet, for some reason, I just can't seem to make Penn happy.
You rat bastard.
Here I come for the 3rd one. He told me I wouldn't be here unless it was over his dead body. He's looking great, but I'm coming back anyways.
Uh-oh, Penn and Teller, here comes Sean Farquhar.
Hello, gentlemen. It's an absolute pleasure to be back on your stage. The first time I came, I did a card trick. And the second time I visited, I did a book trick. I thought if I was ever invited back again, I'd do a card trick with books or maybe a book trick with cards. I've decided I'm gonna do both, together, simultaneously, and at the same time. To make that possible, Allison, would you mind helping me?
Sure.
I have a deck of cards. These are bicycle playing cards, hermetically sealed for your protection. Inside, there's a little paper seal. It says United States Playing Card Company.
Yeah.
Not Canadian. I'll pop it open. Inside, a brand new deck of cards, never touched by human hands. Now, as you know, with a brand new deck of cards, there's a couple of jokers. We don't need both of them. The other end has advertising cards. We don't need either of them. The rest of the deck is in what is referred to as new deck order. They run Joker, Ace, 2, 3, in sequential order till you get to King. Then they repeat again till they get to the middle. Those are the kissing kings. I call them the Brokeback Kings. Oh. They continue. This is a brand new deck in new deck order. This is the fun part. We're gonna give them a little mix just so they're totally shuffled. Give them a couple, but I won't do 7 because I learned from Penn, if I do 7, they'll go back into new deck order. Would you take the cards from me and just begin dealing cards onto my hand? Yeah, sure. You don't have to do them one at a time. You can do groups if you want to. Or you can do them from the bottom if you like. Or you can cut the cards. And you can just do whatever you want, but stop at some point where you have cards and I have cards.
Oh, all right.
That's good?
Yeah.
Most magicians would spread the cards like that and ask you to take a card.
Right.
That's a classic. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
You're just going to pick the top card to look at it and remember it. This is the
Of
card.
yours or
Yeah,
mine?
look right here and remember this card.
Yes.
You've got it?
Yes.
Place it back into your deck. We need a random card or a number, so I'm going to use the next cards to make that. There's an 8 and a 5. That's 85. That'll be our random number. Sound easy? Why do we need a random number?
I don't know.
Because it's just not just a card trick, it's also a book trick.
Oh.
And I have a book. It's The Invisible Man. I've memorized this. Every page, every paragraph, every sentence, and every word. I bought it because I like the cover. Yes, I judged a book by its cover. It's The Invisible Man. It's got a picture of him. Well, you can't see him, he's invisible.
Right.
But he's wearing a hat, and I liked his hat. Because I thought I came on this show for a 3rd time, I'd want to do a hat trick.
Good.
What was the number?
85.
85. There's page 85. Allison, I want you to look at page 85. Oh, I can see what's going on. Let's do like the first time. We're gonna stand back to back. We'll stand shoulder to shoulder.
I don't know
cheek
if
to
I
cheek,
trust
so
this.
to speak. Look on that page.
Yes.
Page 85. Look for the largest word, the word with the most letters in it. I think there's 12 letters. You'll find it on the third from the bottom line. It begins with C, ends with N, and the word is conversation. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Enough with the book trick. Let's go back to the card trick. A second ago, we had some cards. I put them back into the box. If I took this out and it was your card, would that be impressive?
Very.
What was your card? No, never mind.
Okay.
This is a joker. Jokers are wild. I win. No, I'm just kidding. Let's take this a step further. Write your name on the face of the box, right across here.
Right here?
Yeah, nice and big, so I'll have a souvenir. Very nice. Allison writes her name on the face of the box. Would you mind capping up the pen so it's all locked up nice and tight? I'll take it back. And if you put your hand out, put your other hand on top and trap them in between. The first time I came on the show, I asked Penn to be in this exact position, and the cards went back in the new deck order. Then the box closed. The paper seal went on, and they wrapped in cellophane. Would you like to see that?
Yeah.
I've already done it. Take a look.
Really?
Look, it's sealed. Cellophane wrapped. Yeah. Wait, let's get back to the book trick. A moment ago, I said conversation appeared on page 85. It also appears on page 11. It appears on page 34. On 11, it's the second paragraph, second word. On page 34, it's the fourth line from the bottom. And on page 84, you might want to go to the 84 one. On page 84, it appears, oh, wait a second. What's that? Oh, look, there's a playing card. What was your card?
This one.
Was it really?
Jack of diamonds.
And look, the page is missing.
Yeah.
That's weird. Hold on. Let's go back to the card trick. A brand new deck of cards, hermetically sealed for your protection. Inside a little paper seal. It says United States Playing Card Company. Deja vu. I open it up. Inside a brand new deck of cards, never touched by human hands. But look, when you look at this box, it's different. There are no jokers. There are no advertising cards. The cards are in new deck order, though. Look, Allison, ace, 2, 3. You can see as we go through, the cards really are in new deck order. We're approaching up on those broke-back kings. As we get closer, you'll get, wait a second, where the jack of diamonds should be, there seems to be a piece of paper. Would you take that out, unfold it, and tell us what the page number is on that piece of paper?
85.
It's my job.
Sean Farquhar, everyone.
Job.
That's amazing. So what's your craziest booking ever?
Oh, it was a guy from a private island off the coast of Madagascar and wanted me to fly on a private jet the very next day to perform for the Saudi prince and a handful of models from all over the world. And yeah, I did it. And
Can I be your assistant?
yeah, you should, because it was incredible. I was there in the Indian Ocean with my own hut on my own side of the private island. He lives on the other side.
I'm part of your act.
It was so cool. And the first thing he said was, the reason I wanted you is I want to see that trick you did on Penn Teller with the book. And I said, anything else? He says, well, something good like that will be fine.
That's amazing.
Some pretty wild things.
All right, let's see if a third trophy is in the cards for you.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Sean.
Hi.
You know, I'm reminded of the old expression, fool me once, shame on you. Fool us twice, shame on us. Fool us 3 times, we take you in the parking lot and kick your ass. You know the old expression there, Sean. First of all, before we make any jokes or anything, you're just such a wonderful performer.
Thank you.
Your tricks are always wonderful. They're always full of joy, always smooth, always clean. All your moves are just great. Now, let's get to busting your ass.
Yeah.
You did something really gutsy that people who fooled us before never dare to do. And that is to come out and do some of the same effects, which means the stuff that bothered us before, the stuff we thought about before, we were kind of watching for. Also, you did it so fast and furious and clean, you thought we'd forget stuff. Maybe we did, but you know how we play this game. You know how my mind kind of wanders in flights of beat poetry fantasy, like mythical flying horses and Ray Brown playing bass right in the pocket, and the way the room got a little bit cooler right in the middle of your whole act. And we just think that a lot of that stuff we followed. We don't think you fooled us, and we don't think you're going to give us any flap about it.
Does any of that make sense to you?
Oh, yeah, that last word was just enough for me. I think they've got a pretty good handle on enough of it that I'm going to run.
Sean Farquhar!
Thanks, guys.
Time for a break, but we'll be back quicker than you can pull a rabbit out of a hat. Stay tuned. And so is this next familiar fooler.
Do you think that you actually fooled us?
Yes.
You did.
I've been on Penn Teller twice, and I have fooled them twice.
Fooled us again. Again.
Penn Teller say the secret of their success is they keep things professional. Dad and I are a different kind of team. We see each other almost every day. Dad is a magic creator. His stuff is completely unique.
Thank you very much, and welcome to the world of magic.
Dad used to perform with my help. Now I perform with his. It's like having your own personal Houdini. Nobody has fooled Penn Teller 3 times. I would like the first one to be a woman, and I would like it to be me. Let's see if I can escape with another trophy tonight.
There is no name Penn and Teller fear more than this one. Boys, here's Helen Coughlin.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, I've been on Fool Us twice before, and I've managed to fool Penn and Teller both times. And guys, I actually feel really bad about that. So tonight, I want to make it as a little bit easier for you. Tonight, I'm going to do another escape, and I would like to ask you to come up on stage and help me to build it. Would you mind coming up? Thank you. Penn, I'll have you here, and Teller, I'll have you here. Nice to see you both again. Okay, now we're putting together a metal box. As we're putting it together, I'm going to invite you to have a look at every piece to make sure it is solid and completely genuine. So give that a bit of a bash. There's not too much. You all good? You don't trust me at all, do you?
Not at all, no.
Okay, now this piece just slots in like that, and this other side we'll put that one slides in like that as well, and that stops it from pushing down. This front panel with the grill, come around here, gents, and have a look at this. Make sure the grill doesn't fall out. It's all solid. I like the way you don't trust me whatsoever. Okay, now I think you'll agree that no performer has ever given you full access to their props before they've actually done their trick. Do you agree?
That's true.
Well, look.
True.
Now the bass. Would you like to have a look at that? It's all good? Okay. Now, before I put this in, have a look. There's a lip that goes all the way around the bottom, and that just stops the bass from pushing all the way down. I mean, that would just be too easy. Thank you very much, Teller. Beautiful. Penn, can you please give me a hand with the lid? Now, before we put it on, let's turn it over. I want you to have a look at the underside of it. Make sure those panels are securely in place and the welds are solid. And there's no buttons anywhere that I can push that it will come open. Okay, we're going to turn it over. And Penn, these lugs here, they slide into those slots there. So we put that lid down, slide it all the way forward. And as they do so, the couple of catches go into the back panel. There's a lever on that side. Push the barrel bolt through and put the split pin in. That's it. Okay, so now we have a solid escape. Penn Teller, please undo the locks. Lift the lid, and the last thing I want you to check out are the hinges. Make sure they are genuine hinges and they cannot be forced open. You happy with that?
I'm not happy. Happy's not the right word.
In a moment, I'm actually going to jump into the box. I'm going to let you lock it, remove the keys, sit back on your seats, and enjoy the performance.
Okay.
Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Okay, lock the lid. Lock the lid. Place the locks in place. Once you have removed the keys, please take a seat, gents. Have a seat. Go on. Now, to distract you while I'm to entertain you while I'm escaping, I've brought some friends with me. Hey, boys! Ladies and gentlemen, Thunder from Down Under.
Bring the house down.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thunder from Down Under.
Hello, Helen Coughlin. That was my favorite act ever.
You can thank me later.
Yeah.
We're going to just examine this box a little bit.
Go for it.
While you
Well, and
guys
you've got
just
the keys,
chit-chat.
so you can
Let's
unlock
just
it.
take a look there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I mean, I didn't think I could love you more, but I do.
Well, thank you.
I love how mad they get that you're here.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome. Look at them.
Whoa.
All right. Is this making you nervous?
No, not at all.
Gosh, you're not fazed by anything.
No.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So what would you do with the third trophy?
Well, I don't know.
Guys, you know, if you need more time, we can bring the guys back out.
Oh, yes. Take your time. Take your time.
You know, if you want to go have lunch and discuss it, we're fine. We can entertain ourselves, right?
Bring down the trophy. Bring it down.
It's a three-time.
I'm sorry.
We have a three-time fooler, Helen Coughlin. And at this point, it's as much your show as it is Penn and Teller's. You can get them your autograph while we take a commercial break. I told you to come back for some fantastic magic, and I wasn't bluffing. Check out this next magician.
No one could have predicted that I would fool Penn and Teller the first time I was on this show. And yet, I did, with a little help from my guru. And to fool them twice? Impossible, without a new secret method.
My guru told me that the only way I would have the mental acuity to perform this miracle is to eat the beetle.
To attempt the superhuman feat of fooling Penn and Teller for a third time, of course, I had to search out my guru. But I arrived at his hideaway too late. He was gone, risen to another magical realm. And all he left me was a box containing his most treasured possessions. These two photographs and a final fooling secret.
Please welcome back world beater and bug eater, Andrei Pshinishka.
Allow me to demonstrate a new trick in the everlasting spirit of my guru from Carpathia. On the back of those two photos I found in my guru's lair, he gave me the secret to fooling Penn and Teller for a third time. To my disbelief, he explained that everything I did on my previous two appearances on this stage was part of his master plan for my third success tonight. He also explained that, as before, I must do a card trick. Or, as we say in my native tongue in Czech Republic, rozprostovlasatila li se dcera krále Nabuchodonozora, nebo nerozprostovlasatila li se dcera krále Nabuchodonozora? Or, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. My guru's second piece of advice was, once again, work your magic with Allison Hannigan. Allison?
Oh, boy. Hi.
Now, please take this deck and go into the audience
Okay.
to find a charming gentleman. Bye.
Let's see. I'll go here.
Excellent. And let him pick a card. Now, sir, don't show the card to anybody, but look at it yourself and make sure you remember the name of your secret card. You got it? Yes? Very good. Okay, now put it back in the deck. And Allison, please bring the cards back on stage. Thank you very much. Now, ordinarily, I would magically locate his card in the deck. But this is no ordinary card trick. Sir, what was the card?
The 8 of Hearts.
The 8 of Hearts. This is my guru's impossible card trick. So I will find the card in an impossible place, the past. Watch this moment from my first visit to Fool Us.
Penn, what was your card?
The 8 of Hearts.
Coincidence? I think not. My guru was indisputably in control. But I have even more proof of his magnificence and something very special for Allison.
Oh, great. Oh, not the box.
Do you remember the last time you threw a dung beetle into my mouth?
Yeah, it was so crunchy.
Well, this time is different.
No.
This time, we're not going to put a bug in my mouth.
No. Nope.
There is my guru in 7 different stages of his life, distinguished by 7 different colors. Now, Allison, pick one and put this bug into his mouth. Now, in my last appearance, in addition to feeding me a bug, my guru wanted you to pick a card and sit on it. Do you remember which card you sat on?
No. I don't remember what I had for breakfast.
Well, let's take a look.
Okay.
Would you please show us, Allison?
Is it? Yes! Isn't that curious? The Ace of Spades. Out of all the choices you had here, of all the gurus, you put it in the mouth of the one with the Ace of Spades on the back. Allison Hannigan, thank you.
Thank you.
Everything, it seems, happened for a reason. But my guru told me to fool you this time, I needed to truly do the impossible. I love the challenge. Teller, catch. Nice. Now take the cards out of the box and let Penn pick a card. And Penn, please show it to us all. It doesn't matter if I see it. It's the 9 of Hearts. Now Teller, cut the deck, complete the cut, take the top card, don't look at it, and keep holding it. And as an old Carpathian tradition dictates, throw the cards over your right shoulder for good luck. Now, Penn Teller, do you believe you had a free choice of cards? Well, as we are learning, thanks to my guru, free choice is an illusion. Penn, you have the 9 of Hearts. Teller, show us what card you have. The Queen of Diamonds. Please keep holding the cards like this in front of you, facing me, as we reveal the message my guru left me in a box containing his most treasured possessions. These 2 photographs and a final fooling secret. Penn just looked at me and he didn't smile a bit.
If If you fool them for the third time, he's gonna be so mad at you.
No.
Yes, yes,
No.
trust me. I've seen it. It's not pretty.
I have already prepared what I'm gonna say if I don't fool them. And I honestly don't know what I would say if I did fool them.
Oh, I think it's time. Let's see if they figured it out. Boys.
You fooled us twice. We do not like that. I don't like your stupid guru. Most of all, I do not like your stupid last name, which I do not want to pronounce at our show. I do not want to say, here's someone who fooled us. I don't want to put a P before an S. Ever. Pszczynska. Ah, shut up. First of all, you had Allison force a card without her knowing she was forcing a card. Shut up, I'm not finished. That video of you holding up the cards, you shot that longer than Apocalypse Now. You did hours and hours of shooting every possible combination. There was no card force here. There was nothing. There was just a sad, tired, pathetic Andre sitting in his room going, nee, 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 nee. Probably putting a P before an S. Please, please, please. You did that, didn't you? Did you?
22 hours, 2,704 times, yes.
Yeah. Don't applaud me. There's one more trick. We're gonna grab that card. Don't make a move. I'll hit you in the face. We're gonna take this card right here.
Oh, boy.
And if this card is double-backed or cheated in some way so that you did not fool us, maybe we can be friends again. If this card is not gimmicked in some way, maybe you will trade a trophy for our friendship. Damn you to hell!
We just welcomed another fooler into the world. And after the break, we might give birth to another. Stay close. Welcome back. 2 Fuller trophies have been earned. Maybe this next magician can make it 3.
Hi, you may know me by now. I'm Paul Gertner. The only magicians that have been on this show more than me are Penn and Teller.
Please welcome Paul Gertner.
Paul Gertner, you fooled us. Can you see that?
It's an honor to be invited back. This time it just feels like, yeah, the stakes are raised a little bit more because if I fooled them tonight, I fooled them 3 out of 4 times. I know they'd prefer to have it 50-50. And I've had 2 years to work on this trick. And even up until the last 3 days, I was still fine-tuning. I've been able to put some of the pieces of this trick before some of the best sleight of hand artists and get their input too. So it's not just me up there tonight on the stage. I'm coming with the knowledge of some of the best magicians in the world.
For a Fool-Us record 4th time, please welcome back Paul Gertner.
Penn Teller, would you join me on stage?
You bet. Like a hawk. We're watching you like a hawk this time.
Thank you for joining me at the table this time. Now, as you know, one of the very first tricks a magician learns is what we call a pick-a-card trick, yeah? And in a pick-a-card trick, the magician shows the cards to be all different. He has someone pick a card, and then the magician has to find the card. But you see, you guys have seen thousands of pick-a-card tricks, right? So tonight I wanted to show you something a little different. I'm going to show you a pick-a-pick trick. Guitar picks. Now, Teller, I'm going to have you pick a pick, but I want to make sure it's done completely randomly. In other words, I could already know which color pick you're going to choose, because I could have gone on the internet, done a little research, figured out maybe what your favorite color is, and that might influence your decision. So instead, I'm going to place the picks in the box, shuffle them up, and if you extend the index finger of your right hand, and if you reach down into the box, go ahead, I'm going to have you simply pick a pick.
This is the hard part.
That's the hard part. You got to place it right down there on the table. Now, Penn, you're going to pick a number.
Okay.
Between 1 and 52.
Okay.
I want you to choose a number that you're going to be comfortable sticking with.
Okay.
Do you have one?
I do.
And for the first time, tell me and everyone else in the audience, what number are you going to choose?
47.
47. Okay. Okay. Now, Teller, you're going to pick a card, but you're going to pick the card with the pick. So I want you to start at the top and leave that pick somewhere in the deck. So the point of the pick will determine the card you select. Okay, so just very lightly, and whenever you want, leave it go. Now, I'll separate it. We can see the card, the pick. I'm going to place your card and the pick right down there. And in fact, if you would take the pick in your hand, and I'd also like you to take this pen, and I want you to write your card on one side of the pick. So if you took a 2 of hearts, you could write 2H, okay? And I'll show it around so that you get a chance to see it, okay? And once that's done, turn the writing side down on the table. I'll give it to Penn, and Penn, I want you to write your number. I believe you said 47 on the other side.
I believe
of the
I
pick.
did. I was worried
okay.
that I might forget. I'll try to write it
okay.
legibly, which I rarely
Perfect. And now I get to use a joke that I've literally been waiting 4 seasons to use. You can keep the pen, Penn. Put it in your pocket. You know what? Get a good look at the card. Forget the comedy, I'll stick with the magic. I'm going to shuffle the cards, and I'm going to continue shuffling the deck until Penn says stop.
Stop!
Right there. Do you want these on top or on the bottom? It's your choice.
On top.
On top. Now, Teller, you are now going to make one final decision. It's going to alter the outcome of this trick. Do we cut the deck or do we leave them as they are? Cut the deck. Simple cut. Now, let's review. Teller, you picked a pick. You used the pick to pick a card, and you then wrote your name of your card on one side of the pick. Penn, you picked a number from 1 to 52, and you wrote your number on the other side of the pick. And you're comfortable with that number?
I am.
Do you want to change your mind?
I do not.
Okay. Now, I'm going to count down 47 cards. Watch closely. I'll do it as quick as I can, but I'll be very fair. Watch. Since you said 47, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Would you agree? I'm going to place the 47 card right beside the pick. Now, Penn, if you had said a number smaller than 47, we would have landed on one of these cards, all different. If you had said a number larger, we would have landed on one of these cards, all different. And in a moment, you're going to be sitting in the center of the theater trying to figure out how this trick is done. And there are going to be 3 questions in your mind, and I'd like to address them right now. Yes, Teller? At the very beginning of the trick, I offered you the option of choosing one of 6 different colored guitar picks. You happened to choose the blue one, but it was a completely random choice on your part. Number 2, yes, gentlemen, this is an ordinary deck of cards, and you are more than welcome to examine them if you'd like. And number 3, and this is the one that just might fool you. Yes, Penn, at the very end of the trick, after you wrote your number on that guitar pick, I even asked if you wanted to change to a different number, and you could have, but you said no.
I said no.
So for the first time, would you turn over that guitar pick and show us the card Teller selected?
It's the Jack of Diamonds.
Well, there's only one question left to answer, and that is, if this card is a Jack of Diamonds, did this trick fool Penn and Teller? Teller, I was pretty sure you were going to choose a jack of diamonds. And I was pretty sure you were going to pick a blue pick. And I was positive you were going to say number 47. In fact, I was so sure, I actually made a prediction at the beginning of the trick. Penn, would you take out that pen? And would you roll it in your hands until you could see a message on one side? Do you see it? Now, I hope you have good glasses, because it's really small print.
You selected a blue pick, a jack of diamonds, and number 47.
Keep this trophy.
Maybe between the other two, but I don't know yet. They were watching pretty close.
Oh, they're gonna be so mad. So when did you come up with this trick?
Well, this trick I've been working 2 years on, and this trick was designed just for them.
Is it harder to fool them because they know you so well now?
I think that's what makes it interesting. They know a little bit about how I think, and I know a little bit about how they think. So it becomes sort of like a jiu-jitsu match mentally. Right. And I wanted them to come up and see this one up close, because if it fools them, I want them to know they had the best view of this trick, start to finish.
Okay, Paul, you gave Penn a pen. Let's see if Penn will give you a trophy.
Paul, how you doing?
I'm
Fourth
good.
time, and you have the guts to have us sit right up there in your face? You have got the goods. You are good, you are great, and you put terror in our hearts. And also today, you have me kind of going in my own little reverie, because you brought out those picks, you know? And I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm a bass player. And now I mostly play jazz, bebop jazz. But you may not know this, but back in the late 70s, early 80s, I played a lot of punk. I would play my electric bass, my nice Rick, and I would play with a pick, and I would use so much force, you would not believe it. Not this gentle finger plucking, but real force on that pick. It was a rough time, but now I play smoother jazz, bebop, not as rough and tough as it was there. But I'll tell you one thing, you gave me this pen, and you gave me the pen with a joke about my name. You said, here's a pen. When I was in grade school, it would be, hey, Penn, got a pencil. Hey, Penn, how's pencil? I should have an index of all those pen jokes that were told to me. I'd have over 50, maybe more than that. It was amazing. So those two things just rushed back on me on a nice nostalgic thing. And I want to tell you, Paul, if you did not fool us, we want to welcome you back on this show for your 5th time to try again. I also want to tell you, Paul Gertner, if you did fool us, don't ever step on that stage again.
Okay, with all of that, do you think that you fooled them?
Allison, you've got to work longer than 2 years on a trick to fool Penn and Teller.
Aww.
You guys got me. You nailed it.
See you next time.
I can't fool you.
Well, thank you, Paul Gertner. We can't end our show until we see one from the Masters. Penn and Teller perform next. Do all the work. Joined by Twisted Sister Dee Snider, here's Teller.
Hold that. All right. Hold this. Is this a magic trick?
I believe you. It's sharp, I get that. I really like this sweatshirt. What about really like this sweatshirt? Did you understand? Is that the middle finger? No, that's not mine.
We hope you enjoyed tonight and can come back next week for another night of amazing magic. Till then, good night from Las Vegas.